trying to put money in your pocket. That crypto wallet, that bing bada bing ching ching big profit. Even when the market's sideways.
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And that's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the BLEEVESCRYPTO YouTube channel. You got to become a member because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald Duck.
I'm looking for ways to get paid. I'm checking my coins around breakfast, then again around bedtime. Bet this. It's not financial advice, but I'm always right. 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 Lady, and I got my shine. Money in my pocket and we're feeling fine. Radio's loud and we're playing Sublime. I think it's gonna be a good day, my oh my. I can't believe I made it this far, it's a miracle. Floating in the clouds now, used to be miserable. Never looking back since I changed my ways. I'm on that good life tip today. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Sitting on top of the world, I wanna be shining like diamonds and pearls. I want you to go there with me, girl. I'm looking for the good life, good life. Baby, we can have it all. We can make love by the waterfalls. I'm living that good life after all. Yeah. La da da da, good life, sitting by the fire. La da day, good life, feeling that breeze.
What is going on, everybody? My name is Bleeves. It's bedtime with Bleeves, and King Ozzy is in the house leading us off. Now, guys, I'm here to tuck you in with all that sweet, sweet crypto knowledge. So I am smoother than the other side of your pillow, cooler than the other side of your pillow, and don't flip your pillow over. It's probably gross, though, right? So anyway, guys, we got a little bit of news to cover, and when we get to a little bit further down, I've just sent out the invite. There is a surprise guest. You will never guess in a million years who it is because I obscured it and hid it in my thumbnail by not including an actual picture of that person. So, yeah, you have no idea what's coming for you, but Kurt Dahlstrom's in the house. What is going on from the other side of the world? Expat life. By the way, Kurt, if you don't know, it lives in Shanghai. So Matt Mellinger by Shib. Shib is going to take just a little bit of time before it starts to recover. I am holding out hope for a little bit more of a bone dip in order to grab a few more of that. That's going to be real interesting to see over the next little while. Kanazim says Shib to 10 cents. We got Relax with Me. With Lily Finance is the future. Is there a 10,000 token limit with BRL? Also, why the slipper so high? That is correct. And yes, it is. And it's because of the taxes in and out, which helps to pay for the bulldozer. Ben Ferrer in the house. Bitcoin either pump or dump very soon. Which way? Both, because it's going to go up and it's going to go down. And we should be playing both sides of the equation, right? What is going on? Richard, Ryo's in the house. Justin's in the house. Everybody's mama. Burned by Saitama. Kamal's here. King Carlito. Scottish Crypto. Ishmael's here. Juice is here. Burned by Saitama. I said it twice. Now, Scottish Crypto, I got your Twitter. I got your tweet. I just haven't responded to it yet. Mark Rutherford's in the house. How about Volt stealing Cytocard idea, at least worth mentioning? Yeah, I can't believe that Cytocard stole Crypto.com's Crypto.com card. Yeah, I can't believe they stole that idea and then claimed that they came up with the idea and then said other people were stealing their idea. That's just bonkers and takes a really crazy person to think that that is the case. So we're not even going to talk about BitPay, right? Yeah, so yeah, no. Mark, come on, man. Maddie B is in the house. True Dukel's in the house. Crypto Law, Daniel Volt, Anthony Tholen, Javante is in the house. What is going on, my man? Rob T's here. Skelly's here. King B is in the house. King Rose here. Dondo, Poe. We got a packed house tonight. What is going on, everybody? Mr. Kyle Cease is in the house, and he's funny. Big Dream Crypto, Sin, Rodney Anderson, Benny Hill, CEO 100 in the house. All right, guys, let's get into the news. By the way, if you haven't already, and I'm going to show you a little bit of that sweet stuff that you really need. Now, first thing up is we're going to talk about the Dow futures. We're looking at a positive outlook so far. NASDAQ down just a little bit. The implied opens are nothing to be alarmed about or excited about. Altcoin season, no altcoin season yet. We still haven't changed from 27. Now, this is only updated daily, so we're going to see something. We'll see something tomorrow. I don't know that we're going to see a swing, though, but that interesting move by Ethereum today might help to make that number rise just a little bit. And the more that number rises, the better it's going to look for all of us. Bitcoin trading at 28,173, Ethereum 1808, down a little bit today, but look at those nice little increases. Guys, I told you, all you got to do is hold on. What was going on with Jerome Powell yesterday made absolutely no sense. All of the sell-off that was happening basically coordinated at that point. That's really all it was. It was just a little coordinated sell-off to try to entice more sell-off to get people so that they could get into a better position. So that's really all it came down to. So let's talk about the news. First up, the SEC issues investor alert urging caution around crypto. Goldman Gary, whose banks are failing, whose Fed is now having to bail out bank after bank after bank, says, gosh darn it, the problem's crypto. Because as we've pretty much established at this point, Goldman Gary doesn't know shit about anything. And now it's getting to the point where it's almost every day he is embarrassing look, I don't want to say it because it's not my place to say it, but he is embarrassing the United States government every time he talks. Holy shit. CEO 100 just gifted 20 memberships. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Everybody who's not a member, you now get to become a member. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you, especially CEO 100. Remember, trying to get Bleeves to $100,000. Now, it was $60,000. That's what I said, but Cryptobolic said 100,000. He said, no, it's got to be 100,000. So I don't know, man. All I know is this. You guys are looking at the most vaulted man in crypto. Ozzy, what do you know about this, man? I don't know if Ozzy's still here or not, but what do you know about this hairdo, right? This is the flame. This is the fire. This right here, that's the shit right there. That's the most vaulted thing you've seen, Padna. All right. Jason B's in the house. Jason Frazier's in the house. King Carlito's here. What is going on, guys? We got a packed house now. All right. So let's get back into this. We've got the SEC. All right. So the SEC, look, we just established they don't know shit, right? So let's move on. Ethereum, this is big right here. Now, remember last week and for the early part of this week, we did talk about this and we said that this was very, very important. Oh, I hate my hat on backwards like that. Jesus Christ. Ethereum is about to get on a big run. Now, because it's tied to Volt, because it's tied to all these wrapped Ethereum tokens, that does mean that we're going to have an altcoin season because that's how this works. So we know that it's coming. The question is, how will it come? So Ethereum bullish signal, 560 million in ETH exits the exchanges. Now, does that make you bullish? Well, it should make you bullish. It should excite you very much. Now, there's one piece and one caveat to that. We are still in a situation in which people are nervous about centralized exchanges. So you can't just look at 560 million in ETH leaving the exchanges and say, okay, that means we're going to run automatically. We're going to have to look for a signal, but don't worry, we already got signals. It's on the charts. So we'll get to that in just a few minutes. But $560 million in Ethereum, 310,000 ETH has exited exchanges in the past 48 hours. The relevant indicator is the ETH supply on exchanges metric. for the on-chain analytics firm Santiment. As its name already hints, it measures the current total amount of Ethereum supply stored in the wallets of all centralized exchanges. So what we're looking at is potentially a price run on Ethereum, but keep that in mind. I don't know that we want to act on that at this point, right? I think we just want to acknowledge and know that it's there, and then we'll see what happens. Now, First Mover Asia says this: Bitcoin regains momentum as investors shrug off banking and Fed concerns. Now, what happened with all of that? Look, the banks have agreed that they're going to bail out if there's anything that fails. They're not just pumping money in. We're not just seeing money just pumping and pumping and pumping, but we are seeing that the Fed is willing to do this. So that's incredible. That's incredible. We've got some great opportunity, but we're gonna have to see it start to manifest itself, right? Bitcoin, however, today, look, guys, I was on the phone, talked about Bitcoin. As you guys may have known, I did tell you that I had a buddy of mine. He had gone into an investment. He got in a little bit high, not Snoop Dogg high, but high enough. You know what I'm talking about. He got in a little bit high. I said, no, I'm not doing that. And I got in a little bit lower. So I was able to exit into profit a little bit earlier. And he held out for a little bit longer, but it did not look good. Remember yesterday, everything sold off. And when it sold off, oh my God, everything just always went kind of crazy, right? So we're like, man, is anything going to happen here? Now, at this point, I'm working this morning. I made some videos. And the next thing I know, I'm in a chat room, and I don't even remember what chat room. Oh, Mario. It was Mario from Project X. He was in he was in the, I want to say that he was in NGN chat. And he goes, oh my God, ETH. And I'm like, oh no, either ETH just went to the bottom of the earth, which is going to be a buy opportunity, or something good happened. And I flipped over, and ETH is at 1830. Like, it's just going crazy. So then I get on the phone. I'm like, hey man, what's going on? And so, got very lucky to exit that position, got into a good spot, which was very good overall. So I'm certainly happy with that. But man, it was crazy for a little while to see all of that stuff just flying around, guys. It was absolutely crazy. So anyway, we had the rebound. Everything's happening. Awesome. Now we've got Wales abruptly moved 195 million in Shiba Inu rival and Bitcoin from top exchange amid market turbulence. So we're seeing some more stuff being moved. Which Shiba Inu competitor? We're seeing Doge Elon Mars. 29 million of that was moved off of the exchanges along with a bunch of Bitcoin. Now, guys, I get nervous when I see an article like this because this says Whale abruptly moves 195,231,414 in Shiba Inu rival and Bitcoin. So they're using Shiba Inu rival in order to drive people to look, right? And then you come down here and you see that it's Doge Elon Mars and it's 29 million, which means that it's $170 million in Bitcoin that the guy's moving off of the exchange, and something else is coming with it. I don't like when I see stuff like that because it's disingenuous, because they knew people weren't going to read Doge Elon Mars is moved from a top crypto exchange. I just don't like to see that. So not a fan, but we do have our guest coming very, very soon, by the way. All right, so let's get into price action over here. Volt 1734. We're still on the 4-hour charts. I did that for Ozzy, simply because Ozzy said today, the daily chart is the man's game, and here we are on the daily chart. We're really just seeing a solid sort of consolidation, a little sideways action. Now we did define that channel. That channel kind of broke down because of the market yesterday. Hasn't fully recovered yet, but we're still seeing significant trading volume on all platforms, and it's only now a matter of time. We did another $10,000 burn today, 10,000 yesterday. Not 10. I'm sorry, I did not mean to say burn. $10,000 buyback today, yesterday, day before. And there is the big burn that's matching up tomorrow all over again. So there's so much going on in the ecosystem. It is absolutely bonkers, absolutely crazy what's happening in the Voltiverse. So, and I got some stuff to talk about, but we're waiting for our surprise guest who's going to be here in about 12, 13 minutes. Now, in the meantime, NGN is up 6.6% to 81.81 cents today. Not sure. It's not a big move to the upside, but again, we got in at 2 cents, so we're up 41x. So good for us. And it's a nice little recovery. DJ said that it's going to be his birthday, I think, in a couple days, and I think that they're going to have a pump party for his birthday. So that'll be pretty cool to watch and see. Kato's at 14.13, Terra 2's at 30.72, Wiz at 19.11. Wiz, by the way, is a pulse chain. Somebody just mentioned in the chat maybe that there is that pulse chain memes are going crazy. Well, not Wiz, not yet. Now, Wiz protocol is there's another one called Hocus Pocus that launches on Pulse, and it hasn't launched yet because, of course, we're still waiting for Pulse Chain. But this one is, and look at the liquidity, by the way, 104,000 liquidity on 182,000 market cap. So at some point, this is, and it's going to run. And this is a liquidity staking protocol, so it should be a big mover at some point. Now, the big one for me to just kind of, because remember, there's no buy or sell tax, so this is one of those flip sort of tokens at this point, and you're waiting for a big announcement. Not getting it yet, but that does mean that there's going to be a run on the price action, right? So we're going to continue to see some downward pressure, I think, on Bone, all the way down, hopefully to 91 cents. Like, look, if it gets to 91 cents, then we're going in hard on Bone. And if it gets to 75, then we're going to go super heavy, because look, the last time we were in this level, it bounced super hard back into this range. And I do think if you look over here, it, we topped off over here, then it came back down, it got into this range. Now you do remember, this was happening at the end of last year. This was the collapse and all that kind of stuff. So it's moved kind of with the market until just recently. It's kind of broken down from the market. I do think that it's scheduled for another nice big pump, right? At least $1.50, $1.75, $1.71, $1.62, something like that. So I think that we've got a nice big run set up for Bone, but I'd like to see the price drop some more. If the price drops some more, I'm going to be back in as a buyer one more time on Bone, just to run it up to the top, because when you have that extra money, and Voltoshi turns off the buy tax, it's Volt buying season. You know what I mean? SHIB is at 1077, basically trading sideways at this point, but it did make it back up into that channel that I was talking about. Now it's easier to look at it over here. You can see here that we bounced out, did not have a whole lot of success in this channel, and now we're back in it and back to moving around. Now, again, this range for trading is very, very slim. So when you look at this little range here, it's about 7%. Very difficult to do anything on that 7% margin with SHIB unless you're using a large volume. So, and specifically when you're trading sideways like this, it's very difficult for you to put yourself into a position for a short. Maybe when you get up here to the top, you're definitely going to want to short it down to the bottom. But right now you're just kind of trending at the bottom, and you've broken that support line, gone back into it. But I think it's probably going to break, and we're going to be looking at new lines any second now. So I wouldn't be doing too much, and SHIB is dangerous right now. Let's just put it that way. Floki trading at 37.60. Now the pump is over. The hype is done. It's going to take some more of the hype or anything like that before Floki starts to move back to the upside. Now you're seeing some sideways trending, which is a good sign. But listen, you're coming from the downside, and you're forming yourself a nice little, in fact, parallel channel. Disjointed channel right here and here. So you're forming yourself a nice little triangle pattern. But this is really just a bull flag, or a bear flag. I'm sorry, coming from that downside. So I don't know that Floki doesn't come down quite a bit more. I don't think it corrects down here to the bottom anymore, but I do think it might be looking at some new local lows in the 27 range or 3,000 range. Remember, it did wick down to 2660 just recently. So I get the feeling that Floki probably has some significant downside before it's ready to pump again. Saitama is at 2060. Still no information about Huobi, by the way, and all of the tweets and all that kind of stuff were taken down, so that's a little bit weird. But we'll see what happens there. MMAI trading at 39.35, still waiting for a little bit more. Austin is back in the States, it's my understanding. I did see something about that. BRL trading roughly $1. WAGMI Games at 64.50. And Chris, if you're out there, I got your message. I'm going to listen to it in just a little while. I just haven't been able to yet, but I'm going to check that out as soon as I can. Lillian trading at 68.44. Decanect at 5.6 cents. Hex is still trading over 10 cents. It's just absolutely bonkers what's going on there. And I think that we can probably finally put the nail in the coffin on Ordinal Doge. Still trading $600,000 a day on Uniswap. Still has a $2 million market cap, but we're really not seeing any kind of pump to the positive on it at this point. So I don't think that we're going to see anything great happening over there. So if you guys want, and without further ado, I do have a very, very special guest for you. He is here now, and we are going to call him out right now because, you know, I don't know about you. I consider myself to be the most vaulted man, but I don't know if I even hold a candle to this man. Ladies and gentlemen, here's Enoch.
What is
going on, my man?
What's up? How we doing, Bleeves? How are we this evening, my man?
Oh, living that dream, man. Just trying to stay vaulted. How about you?
You know, I'm doing everything I can to stay subdued. We got my 1-year-old down. We got my 5-year-old and my 3-year-old down. So I can't scream my head off, but I'm feeling vaulted tonight, and it's an honor to be on your platform. Thank you so much for hosting and having me.
I appreciate you being here, man. I thought it was important because I do have a very vaulted audience. Every single night we come out here and these guys are talking. We're talking about crypto. We're talking about Volt. We're talking about all of these different projects that we're into. We're looking at the market. We're trying to get the news out to everybody. And I thought it was important. You're one of these new people that we just onboarded. Like, we really get you in front of everybody, let you talk, and you take the floor for a second. Talk a little Volt.
Yeah.
Talk about yourself.
I'm excited about Volt. One of the biggest things I'm most excited about are people like you, the Volt Army. It's really what makes this project so special. And if you're watching this, you're listening to this live or later, subscribe, hit the bell, leave positive comments, support Bleeves. One of the best things you could ever do for someone building a channel or a platform is to support us through your follow. And do me a favor too, copy the link, share. Y'all need to be sharing Bleeves channel. Listen, every single night, many of us don't do that. Most of us don't do that. And so shout out to you. I love Volt for a lot of reasons. And, you know, there are people out there that talk about crypto or investments or projects with a level of sophistication that would blow people with PhDs out of the water. They elocute and articulate at the highest level and the highest degree. That's not me. I want to keep it simple. It comes down to really a couple of things. Number one, the Volt Army, where you have an army this big, 65,000 holders. Oh, okay. Where you have a vaulted community of people serious about spreading the word, of people serious about spreading positivity, a life-giving community. You don't lose. You could build any project, any company, take any territory, win any battle with a great, positive, incredible group of people. So that's number one, the Volt Army. Number two, y'all, Voltoshi. I gotta keep it real. I gotta keep it real, man. He's different. And I really do mean that. And so there's two sides to crypto. There's what I call the portfolio of crypto, right? The investment side, strategy, charts, fundamentals, you know, however way you want to look at that. But then there's the business of crypto. And a lot of people don't understand this side of it because you're not behind the scenes engaging in the business of crypto. So I'll tell you, as someone who's on the inside of the business of crypto, there's a protocol, there's a process, there's a lot of money behind the scenes, there's a lot of movement and action, a lot of opportunity for men and women to fumble the ball, to get greedy, to make mistakes. And I'm telling you what I know, Voltoshi is different. I talk to a lot of devs. I have projects approach me and my company. I'll be very conservative and just say every week. It's probably on average every day, but let's just say every week. And I'm in conversations all the time. There is nobody like Voltoshi. This guy is different. He and his team are completely different. The chart doesn't lie. The actions don't lie. The exchange listings don't lie. The VultiCard doesn't lie. VultiChange doesn't lie. 108 projects listed on VultiChange doesn't lie. Building during the bear market doesn't lie. 65,000 token holders doesn't lie. And the fact that we have content creators able to get on morning and evening every single day and always talk about something new, some new catalytic event. These are just some of the bare minimum basic reasons why I get so crazy excited about Volt. It's why it's different. I sat on the sidelines for a long while. Many of us have been burned or are currently being burned by projects that have done absolutely nothing with our investment, that have done absolutely nothing with our attention, that have done absolutely nothing with our relentless push. In fact, some of us community members have worked harder and gone deeper and further for these projects than the actual development team who has the most to gain. And to watch Voltoshi build, develop, grow, lead this community through the FUD, through all types of market conditions that would make anyone and many projects fold, has not only been encouraging, it's been the catalytic reason as to why we have joined and collaborated with and partnered with the Volt Army. And so I'm Volted. I can talk forever about it, but I want to be succinct.
Well, guys, there you have it from the man himself, the number 2 most volted man. It's because I'm still the most volted man.
There's no question. I'm not even number 2. I don't know where I am on the chart. I'm the new kid on the block. Y'all are way more volted than I am. I'm just happy to be on the train. It's an honor to be here.
Hey, it's look, this is one of those things where you find a community and the community is special. Every day these guys are making a move. Like you said, you go look at Twitter because you want to get your news update for the day, and Voltoshi has just another list of things that are going on. Even if he's just reminding you of some of the things that were upcoming, like you see every single day, there's always some sort of nugget. There's always something that's happening. We're buying back $10,000 a day for 10 days. Tomorrow we've got a burn, and the burn that's going to happen is double the burn that's already happened for the for the last week, which is I think it's the 3rd week in a row that we're doing this. We've got 2 big announcements in the pipeline. I don't know what they are. I don't know which crypto.com they're going to be on. I don't know which KuCoin they're going to be on. I don't know which, and I'm lying to you completely. I have no idea what exchanges they're going to be, but I'm just kind of spitballing and throwing it out there. There's going to be some big exchanges. There's going to be some big events. VultiCard is coming. You're going to be able to trade Bitcoin. You're going to be able to send your Ethereum. You're going to be able to send your USDC, USDT, maybe even Dogecoin at this point, I think. You're going to be able to send it over there, convert it to fiat, and you no longer need a bank. How bullish is that? And are you volted yet?
And that's just the news for the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, we are in March Madness. That's you've listed off more catalytic news line items than some of the top 20 projects listed on CoinMarketCap. And that's just lined up for this, what's coming in the days ahead.
Yeah, it's absolutely, it's mind-boggling to see it unfold every single day. And I feel, I can't believe that I'm watching it from close up every single day. It's absolutely out of its mind. I'm so happy and so pleased, and I appreciate the fact that Voltoshi takes the time to talk to me whenever I want and communicate with me. And and nobody's asking you to do anything other than look. If you've made an investment into Volt, just hold. That's all you have to do. Just have the patience to hold and wait for the big move. Wait for the bull run. You don't have to do anything. It's nice that you do it. It's incredible if you join the community and you do it. And the other thing is, in the event that you're looking to sell, the only thing that they ever ask you to do is the apple tree analogy, which is just take what you need, leave the rest in. Let us continue to help grow it so that it becomes life-changing wealth for you, so that you are not put in a situation later on where you missed out and it happened and you didn't see it.
Hey, I'll put it to you guys like this. I'm not a financial advisor. This is certainly not financial advice. This is my story. I really got crazy into crypto summer of 2021. And I saw the market go thermonuclear that fall and that winter before the great crash and correction. Now, for the last year and a half, it's been a crypto winter, but the ice is beginning to thaw. Bitcoin is finally starting to creep back up, and we're in the beginning stages of what I believe is the next run. I think it's phase one of the next run. There are phases to this, y'all. And when you get further down the phase list, you're going to see the markets move a lot faster, a lot harder. So the final months of the bull run will make up a year, 2 years, 5 years worth of ground. And I'm just telling you what I know. Many of you are new, and many of you weren't around back then. If you saw a project like Volt do what Volt has done, okay, just take the track record of what Volt has done over the last year, you set that in the context of the raging bull market. I saw projects, I'm not exaggerating when I say this, I saw projects led by thieves, led by incompetent development teams, worthless scammers who are stealing from their people, getting in front of their audiences every day with a smile on their face, selling lies and hopium, building absolutely nothing, and doing nothing. Build a multi-billion-dollar market cap project. I saw many projects go thermonuclear because of the context of crypto blowing up. So what happens when you take a legitimate project led by an incredible team with an unbelievable community, a track record of building all throughout the bear market, literally every single day, every week, there's always something with Volt, and you place that in the context of a raging bull, not phase one, not phase two of the bull market, the raging bull market. I'm talking about those final few months where Bitcoin is moving 10% every day. I mean, it is hard to put into words what this project looks like. If we're doing this much in what many call the crypto winter, some people debate we're still in a bear. That's fine. We're not where we're going to end up being. We can all agree with that. If we're doing this well in this context, it is hard to put into words. And I don't even know that I know what it's going to look like, because there's going to be way more people coming into crypto in this next run than there was whenever I got serious about crypto a year and a half ago. So again, I'm not telling you what to do with your life or your investments. I just don't want, as someone who has the vantage point and the year and a half, take that for whatever it's worth, the year and a half that I've been deep into DeFi, I'm just telling you what me, my team, and so many of us who were here during the last run, we see projects like this, these gems doing this much work in this context. It's hard to put into words how big this project will be in the heart of the next run. So I'm really excited about that side as well.
Absolutely. And real quick sidetrack over here, tomorrow, Friday, 3/24, 12 p.m., and run for 24 hours, the start of the second zero buy tax event for NGN, launched less than 2 months ago. So do your own research into the network and take advantage of this rare opportunity. Thank you for the $50 bomb, Sativa Cyborg Fry. And not to be outdone, the man himself is here, Miyamoto. The coming months ahead for the next generation network are going to be amazing. So if you haven't yet, do your own research and you may found your next diamond gem. Many more centralized exchange lists coming, FinTech Caucus, BSC Bridge, and more. Hinak, I don't know if you know NGN yet. I don't know if you've met any of the NGN army, but they've modeled themselves after the Volt army, and they are doing all of the same steps to try to help recreate and make something happen in the same special way that Volt has as well. And they have met with Tom Emmer, who is the head of the FinTech Caucus in the House in Congress last week, I want to say. And they're just trying to get an opportunity to say the piece for the degen space. At least let this guy listen and hear what is happening in this space. And hopefully he's a supporter. So what do you think about that?
I've been chilled by the community. I haven't had the pleasure of speaking with the devs at Linked about the project. So I am always, my company, we're always open to collaborations, partnerships, and connections. So man, I would love to connect with somebody, maybe through Telegram, set up a Zoom call, and to learn more about the project. Sounds exciting. You
heard it there, Miyamoto. Also, I am not a fan of people who sniff glue, and I'm going to have to show you a regrettable moment of someone who I think probably sniffs a lot of glue because he's crazy, right? And here it is.
What's up, everybody? Just your friendly reminder that Believes is always wrong and loves to copy my thumbnails. Happy Friday.
Guys, you shouldn't sniff glue, is my point. I don't think that you should ever sniff glue. I don't know why Jake's doing that right now, but he's going crazy here. Always wrong. I think his lips are broken. I think they're broken. But yeah, so, and Jake is one of our guys. Like Jake is, Jake, Rodney, you know, we've got a Volt army out here every day talking about the power, talking about the voltage, talking about all the catalysts that continue to just come every single day, even when they're, here's the funny thing for me, right? I've just like you, I've seen so many different ones. Even the little catalysts that don't seem to be very much, because they don't react today, because, you know, retail's not here yet. But even those little catalysts, even those things on the wall, even those I think there were some girls in I want to say Venezuela or Colombia or somewhere playing. They're just down in South America playing soccer, and they've got Volt jerseys on. Just that right there, when the market flips and money is flowing back into the, you know, people are going to see that, and they're going to just, I wonder what that's about, and they're going to learn. People see my hoodie, people see my hats, people see all of my stuff, and they're like, Volted Believer, what is that? Constantly, like it's a constant thing that people stare at me when I come in and out of places, not because of the hair either, because I usually have the hat on, but they want to know what Volted Believer is. And I've sent a bunch of them out to people. And matter of fact, guys, for those of you who don't know, we are going to be giving away some more. I just ordered some more hats. These hats are going to be, instead of black and yellow, they're going to be yellow and black. So we're going to have some really Volted hats coming pretty soon. And if you haven't already, Volted Believer merchandise is available on the store, along with your basic Believes Talica and other Believe in Bitcoin gear. So we're going to be giving away some more soon. I do have a few hats left, and I have, I think I want to say I have like 6 shirts left. So, and I did send out the shirts. The shirts went out a little bit late because they were delivered a little bit late. So for those of you that have won shirts already, they are on the way to you. And I have about 6 more to give away. And matter of fact, we'll give another one away tomorrow morning, maybe 2. Who knows? I might get crazy. So now I'm running out of breath.
No, well, I got to say this. I didn't want to cut you off, but man, I hope everyone watching is subscribing, supporting, buy the merch. You know, keep spreading the word about the platform and the channel. Anytime a content creator is getting in front of you for that hour, you maybe didn't see the 3 or 4 other hours prior to that live stream or that video that was put in to really serve you guys great content and add value to your life. The best thing you can do is to make sure you support Believes, you know, subscribe, follow him on Twitter, all platforms, share the platform with friends, family, neighbors. Some of y'all don't want to talk about Volt. Some of you don't want to get on cameras every day. Some of you don't want to, you know, do what we do. And that's perfectly fine. That's why we are here. The best thing you can do is to grab links, grab the platforms, and send out the support so they can subscribe to Believes, and he can talk about Volt on your behalf.
And I'm in the Believes studio. I am literally in Believes, in the Volted Believes studio. Like, I even painted this whole place. And I painted orange, by the way, for Shib. But, you know, I just, you know, I paint fast, right?
I'm in my wife's kitchen. So that's where I'm at.
Nice.
I'm at my boss's house. So.
That's awesome. All right. So what do you think about the market overall, by the way?
Yeah, really excited. Yeah, really excited. We're overdue. So, you know, Jerome Powell and the Fed is absolutely driving the market. There's no question about it. And I'm really, really excited. Why? Because we're playing chicken, and they're gonna blink first. We've been holding. We've been here. What the banks are beginning to feel right now, those charts, we've been looking at those charts for the last year and a half. So this ain't new to us. We're down 90% on our crypto. We're down 80% on our crypto. We're down 40%, unless you invested in Volt, of course. You're doing great. But, you know, for the rest of the crypto market, this isn't new for us. And so, yeah, we've dug in. We're entrenched, and they're about to blink. I mean, any day now, any week now, any month now, they're going to start cutting interest rates. And once they do, that's what I call phase 2 of the bull run. So yeah, no, at the end of the day, this is a macro market situation. We've got some things to clear up with the SEC. We've got the White House, we've got all government agencies really working against us and our industry, but they're not going to stop this. This is a global industry, and I'm really excited about outlasting them. So yeah, as soon as the banks are on the verge of collapsing. We're days and weeks ahead from more and more collapses. They don't have enough money to protect and save the entire industry, and that maybe that's by design. Who knows? But it's coming, and when the crisis hits a fever pitch, you will see interest rate, the Fed fund rate, begin to get cut, and we take off. So what you're seeing right now with Bitcoin, the movements you've seen over the last couple of weeks in our industry, this is a sample. This is an appetizer. You guys haven't seen anything yet, and I'm telling you, and I really do mean that, you haven't seen anything yet. The next month, the next year, especially as we march towards the Bitcoin halving next year, as well as the crisis continuing to deepen, you will see the markets turn in our favor. You're going to see a lot of money, billions of dollars, I believe trillions of dollars, start to come into crypto as a safe haven. And you're going to see that money trickle down from Bitcoin to Ethereum to altcoins and eventually community tokens. And they're going to look and see, when it comes to meme coins and community tokens, the question everyone's going to ask is, who was building during the bear market? Who was building when it was tough? Who's got their logo on Venezuelan girls' jerseys and buses in my city, Dallas? And who's getting listed on exchanges? See, what a lot of y'all don't understand is, and if you've been, if you were in crypto, especially during the last run at the very least, if not earlier, you know this to be true. Right now, the catalysts that Voltoshi is putting out may not bear fruit today, but every farmer knows the more seed that you scatter, the more opportunity for growth when the rain comes. This is very important. So if I have 100 seeds out in the field, when the rain comes, I have potential for 100 different trees. But what happens when you have 100,000 seeds out there? Well, when the rain comes, you now have 100,000. That's what's happening right now. Seeds are being planted everywhere. And when the water comes, it's going to explode and grow. It's bamboo. If you know anything about bamboo, the bamboo seed gets planted. It's years before you ever see anything above the surface. But once it starts to crack the surface, it grows 48 inches every 24 hours. Rapid growth. But it was it took a while for that seed to germinate and take root before it blew up. That's what's going to happen to Volt. And any other project that built during the contraction, during the crypto winter. So I'm really excited because the winds are starting to blow in our favor. The water is coming, and we are early. If you're watching this, man, you are a part of the privileged few.
Question here. Doug Plum says, will Volt ever be on Robinhood? Now,
Yes.
anything that we would do here is going to be a guess to say that, but I think it's really going to come down to Robinhood wanting to list Volt and not Volt wanting to be listed on Robinhood. With 100, and I think it's about 117 exchanges at this point. The next step is 3 top 10 centralized exchanges that have nothing to do, by the way, with Huobi. So there's 3 more in the pipeline. So at some point, the people who are going to want to make the money, they're going to look and they're going to say, hey, why is this token trading 19-20 million a day, and can I get a piece of that pie? Because that's how they make their money. So there's going to be a lot of these exchanges are just going to come knocking out of nowhere. I mean, that's what they did with SHIB. That's what they do when they see money on the table that they can make. So I think, yes, the answer at some point, it'll be listed on Robinhood. We do need some clarity in the market. We're going to need to define security and commodity. There is going to be some discussion first, I think. I don't think that anybody's going to be jumping the gun, but then at some point, yeah, I think we're going to see a mass takeover of Volt on all kinds of different exchanges. Which with the crown jewel, of course, being Binance at some point.
Yep, they're looking for that volume, and at the end of the day, they're asking the same questions that an investor is asking: who built during the bear? Who built during the contraction? Who has stood the test of time? Who's continuing to grow? Who has a ton of upside? And you got to understand, there are not very many projects out there that have the track record and the resume or the privilege of building during the bear. Just there's a lot of projects that are just now being launched. There are very few that could say that they launched early last year and grew during that time. There are very few projects. And so that track record is something that can't be replicated. You know, it's much like a scar on your body. You can't just replicate that scar ever again. And so they're going to see that. They're going to see the track record, and it's only a matter of time. Do I think it's going to be a matter of days? Do I think that Robinhood is coming in the next few months? No, I don't. It's unreasonable to expect that. But time is on our side. Voltoshi, the Volt project, is going absolutely nowhere but up in the months and the years ahead. And for those reasons, I'm extremely confident that Volt is the type of project that, you know, exchanges like Robinhood and Binance and Coinbase are on the hunt for and have their eye on. You don't think they keep tabs on every top 500 project in the market at all times? You better believe they are. That's their lead list.
You know, in fact, Binance, I think Volt was number 6 on the most searched coins on or tokens on Binance just yesterday. So, you know, they know and are aware that Volt is quote unquote volting everywhere. So I know it's on the radar. I know it's only a matter of time right now. At this point, I think that it's inevitable because, you know, go back and all you really have to do is, I think to me, it's very simple. Go back in time, find me a developer who hasn't had a single misstep in, you know, let's call it 16 months now. Just find me a developer who hasn't had a misstep in about 16 months. So you're not going to find one. It doesn't exist. So he's had a really, really good run, and it seems like it's going to continue. So I think we're in good hands, and I look every day. You know, I'm the chart guy. I'm the guy that's constantly talking about it. So I'm always looking. And it's up and it's down. But I think that Volt has finally reached another level of maturity, one that you haven't seen because you haven't been here for long enough. But, you know, we were trading it, I think, you know, 6 zeros, 7 or 8 not too long ago. And then all of a sudden, the big boy pants came on, and Volt just made about 150% move in a very, you know, in a very quick motion. And then just really has held that range for all of this time. Yep.
Not surprised at all. I mean, we are in its infancy. That's what's so crazy about You know how many people said, you know, SHIB made its run? When I first got into SHIB, May of 2021, everyone was like, oh yeah, SHIB's done for, it's over, has no growth left in it. I mean, look at it now. So, I mean, it's hard to put into work. When you begin to look at crypto, you have to stop, and this is what I just want to encourage everyone. Please don't look at crypto in a monthly kind of way. I mean, if you start to look at it from the perspective of a year, 3 years, 5 years, you know, man, we are in Volt's infancy. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, absolutely. We're going to go off track for just a second here because I want to let you guys know. Remember, we've been talking about BitGet, and I want to talk to you guys about. We've got a new channel here that's developed on Ethereum, and I'm going to pull this out and open this up. So guys, if you're looking for any kind of leverage trading or anything like that, please go check out BitGet. I do think that I can't reach it from here. But BitGet up there, go down into the description and check it out. You get a bonus for signing up. If you're looking for leverage and you're looking for futures trading, look, Ethereum looks like this right now. I want you guys just imagine how much, if you were doing futures and you were doing some leverage trading of, just imagine a 10x on $1,000. Just imagine that, right? And imagine that you were calling this right? And imagine that you were in this channel right here. The amount of opportunity and the amount of, if you're confident in your position and you're confident where to take profits and where to set your losses, if you're confident in these things, look at what's happening in this range right now for Ethereum. If you want a life-changing opportunity, you might have just missed it with longing and shorting Ethereum just in the last couple of days. If it continues to do what it's doing right now, if it pops and we see 1860, 1870, which again, this, by the way, just so you guys can see here, this resistance line. If you guys remember, this resistance line I made back in 2022, and we have still held this resistance line all of this time. And of course, this line is the 200 weekly moving average. So it's been held, it's just once or twice, but it's been used as support and resistance a couple of times. So these lines are pretty good. Now dig into this area, get into the 1 hour chart, and you can just really see how much opportunity there is. And guys, just do the math here. And by the way, with a ruler here, this is not a huge range. This is about 7.5%. But just imagine you're trading up and down between 5 and 7% every single day on Ethereum. Between 5 and 7% every day on Ethereum. Imagine putting yourself into a leverage position at the top of this right here, getting yourself down to the bottom of this right here, then getting back up here. Look, I'm not saying it's what you should do. I'm saying you should do your own research and decide whether leverage trading is or is not for you, whether you want to take that kind of risk on or whether you're able to take that kind of risk on. But if you are, and if you do, this range right here has been incredibly solid for a few days right now. I would expect that it's probably going to be solid at least for a couple more days. We've had some clarity in the market. We're probably going to see this thing range up and down here for at least a few more days. And if that's the case, there is a substantial amount of opportunity on this chart right now. If BitGet is not your cup of tea, if you're in America or something like that, then by all means, MEXC is in the description down below. You also get a bonus for signing up. I think you get a $1,000 bonus for signing up to MEXC and making your deposit over there. But guys, consider, if you're doing any futures trading or any leverage trading, signing up. It certainly helps me out. And if you're looking for security and if you're looking to make sure that nobody's spying on you, nobody's stealing your data, nobody's taking your seed phrases or anything like that, then you need to get NordVPN. Sign up. You get 3 months. I think you get 3 months free. And then, it's like $4, $5 a month for that type of security. It's something that you definitely want to have. So make sure to check those out and keep supporting everybody that's in this. Crypto.com is down in the description below if you like Crypto.com. So that's my shill.
That's good. Hey, listen, this is you guys have to support Bleeves. Subscribe, hit the bell, click these links, go grab it.
Listen, I was told the other day, and this is and I don't know if it's accurate or not, but I was told the other day that a whale or a couple whales signed up for one of the BitGet guys, and they were making $30,000 a day.
Oh man, that's like an average Thursday for a bunch of guys.
And kickback because this whale really liked him and really wanted to support him. So he was doing some leverage trading, and this was a good whale that was making the money, that knew how to do futures and trading, and just got into a range like this, got into an Ethereum range and said, you know what, I'm going to sign up for this guy and I'm going to do this. And then the next thing you know, it was just incredible. And he was like, it was unbelievable what was happening. So if anybody can support me, I certainly appreciate that. By the way, CEO 100, thank you so much for the 20 memberships today. That puts us at almost 200 memberships on the channel. So that is significant, and I appreciate that. And the fact that I have people coming in here from Shanghai, that come from all parts of the world, it doesn't escape me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys so much. Steve, I want to thank you for coming in. I think it's so important for you to get out in front of the Trump, I was going to say Trump community, the Volt community. And because I said Trump, because I accidentally said Trump, we got to do it. We got to do one.
I'm about to drop some hugely powerful alpha. And it's what they call it. They call it alpha, believe me. Okay? And not many people know this, but alpha means that I know big things, strong things, powerful things. So here's the alpha, folks. If you want to be hugely rich like me, you got to join and subscribe to the BLEEVESCRYPTO YouTube channel. You got to become a member, because many people say, quite frankly, it's the strongest YouTube channel out there. It's fantastic. It's the best. So let me know what you think, folks. Funny Donald out.
That's my guy right there, man.
God bless Donald. That's amazing. I love that.
That is awesome. So anyway, guys, thank you so much. Steve, you got anything you want to say to the audience?
Man, what a time to be in crypto. What a time to be in Volt. Listen, when you guys go thermonuclear in the weeks, months, years ahead with Volt, make sure you take a portion of your profit and get some back in Bleev's hands because of what he does for you, putting you on game, as we say. And Believes, man, I just can't thank you enough for what you do for the Volt Army. I appreciate you. We appreciate you. We value you. And I hope everyone supports. Click the links, buy the merch, subscribe, get a subscription, and share the platform and the channel, Believes Crypto, with everyone you know.
All right, guys, remember this. This is not financial advice. My name's Believes. I am always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. And we got the new outro. I haven't finished the new intro yet, but we got the new outro. So here it comes.
Mr. Pine Cones come a long, long ways.